We're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam 1 831 Gopi Adade Tvai Kritagasi Dama Tavad Yate Dashashru Kalilanjana Sambramaskasam Vaktram Niniyabhaya Bhavanaya Stitasya Samam Vimohayati Bhir Apiyad Bibheti. My dear Krishna, Yashoda took up the translation is Yashoda took up a rope to bind you when you committed an offense, and your perturbed eyes overflooded with tears which washed the mascara from your eyes, and you were afraid, though fear personified is afraid of you. This sight is bewildering to me. So, this is the translation. The fear personified is afraid of you. She addresses Krishna like this. Now, the Supreme Lord is in all circumstances supreme. Here is what does this mean? He is supreme means it is always spiritual, nothing of the material world. Here is a specific, and this is an understanding with lot of births. We cannot get this understanding. Human body, why does a human body come into this world existence? Only to realize this, that this is material world and he is not of this material world. He is given human birth only to understand this difference. So the Supreme Lord, it is addressed as Supreme, and that is Supreme. He is Supreme because he is spiritual. He is not of this material world. Now, in this example of the Lord's being the Supreme and at the same time a plaything in the presence of his pure devotee, the Lord's pure devotee renders service unto the Lord out of unalloyed love only. And doing such devotional service, he forgets the position of the Lord. The Supreme Lord accepts the loving service of his devotees more relishably when it is out of, it is sincere, pure affection without anything the reverence. Now, he is worshipped in, but worship in love is more important for him. The Lord's Leelas in the Golok Vrindavan are in that spirit. The friends of Krishna, they, the friends of Krishna consider him one of them. They do not consider him as a very great or, to be worshipped or respected. The parents of the Lord consider him as a as their child. The Lord accepts these scoldings of the parents more more cheerfully than the Vedic hymns. He accepts the all this devotees appreciation more than the Vedic singing of the Vedic hymns. When Lord Krishna was present in this material world to manifest his pastimes of Golok Vrindavan, he displayed a very different kind of subordination before his mother Yashoda. Now, there are so many pastimes that everyone reads on a daily basis as a worship, part of their daily worship. And what is that? In the naturally childish, playful activities, the Lord, in his naturally childish, playful activities, childish and childlike, there are two terms. Here it is mentioned childish, playful activities. He used to spoil this butter, butter stock of Mother Yashoda by breaking the pots and then giving away this butter to whom? To his friends, including the celebrated monkeys of Vrindavan. Now, why is it said celebrated monkeys? Now, the monkeys are celebrated in Vrindavan. Now, Mother Yashoda once saw this, and out of her, affection for her child, she wanted to make a show of punishment for her transcendental child. She took a rope and threatened the Lord that she would tie him up, as is generally done in an ordinary household. In ordinary household, what happens if the childish acts of that boy or girl are too much to tolerate, then out of frustration and disgust that no one listens to them. If in a household, if the elders are not respected, who will respect them outside the house? This is a general question. Generally, people only get respect in their own house because of the way they conduct themselves and how they conduct themselves in the society. So, in a general way, this is the only respect that a person deserves in his house first and then outside. But outside, it is just out of duty, but more so, he gets satisfaction in the house itself, in the house only, because the family members respect him. They know in and out of that person and his thought process, the way he thinks, the way he conducts, and they are also confident how this person will how this person will behave in unexpected or unexpected situation. So uh, so this so this is the general picture in the ordinary household. So if somebody violates this and it goes out of control, then the house person itself becomes a very big problem to each other. So, in frustration, the elders will tie the child's hands so that he'll be punished, and it is just they are getting frustrated. They are getting frustrated in the house, so they will tie. But here, Yashoda is tying her child Krishna's hands, and her child is a transcendental child. And so, this is a pastime of the Lord, and not like the ordinary household. Seeing the rope in the hands of Mother Yashoda, the Lord bowed his head and began to weep just like a child. And tears flow down his cheeks, washing his mascara of the beautiful eyes that is flowing from the beautiful eyes. This is very relishable to all the devotees and all the all the devotees. They relish this scene of the tears flowing down the Lord, the child Krishna's face, cheeks, and washing that mascara of the beautiful eyes. Now, when you imagine this, this is a transcendental pastime. So, if you imagine, you'll only get Maya, and you will never ever like the pastimes of the Lord in his childhood. And thus you will be deprived of the bhakti and the very purpose that a soul is given a human birth will be of no use. Then again and again he'll have to take birth according to his karma. So if you look at this scene and say, what is so special that tears are rolling down the face of the Lord in the child as a child, and the mascara of the eyes is washed out. So it's a very beautiful pastime. It has a very big transcendental value, isn't it? And it is so palatable here. An ordinary child, if he cries and his other's child, it is not your child, you will not like it. They put mascara in the birth itself, especially the Indian household. The Westerners don't apply that mascara, but Indian household, the child is offered the mascara in the eye and when it spreads, it will not be so palatable. But here it is a transcendental child of Yashoda. And why is the joy there? And what is joy and happiness? Now we know that which lasts, has a long life. That is joy. So the child, if you see the household in the daily household child, the child of the household, in the material world, it is not so palatable. And if you see another child when he's crying and that mascara flows out, then we do not like even to see that the way he's crying, the no one likes to see that scene, and it is not so relishable or to be thought about and reminisced and whatever. But here it is a child of Mother Yashoda. And this is a very beautiful scene where even big yogis in their meditation breaks, and they seeing this scene, they lose their consciousness of their whatever path that they are following. So this is such a beautiful pastime. The ointment from the beautiful eyes is washed out. This picture in tears of love, why the mother is going to bind him and he is in fear. So this is the pastime. This picture of the Lord is adored by many devotees, and who else? None other than who? Kunti Devi, because she is conscious of the Lord's supreme position. The Lord's supreme position, He is always transcendental. For us, we take it as He is always transcendental. The Lord's supreme position. And transcendental and no one equal, of course, support that must be there in the mind. No one equal to Him, no one greater than Him. Then it is the supreme position. He is feared by the fear personified, and yet he is afraid of his mother. Now, so many people are scared of Lord, but here Yashoda is not scared of the Lord because she thinks of him as a transcendental child. He's afraid of his mother who wanted to punish him just in an ordinary manner. Now, in an ordinary manner, she is trying to punish him, and the Lord is fearful. Can you imagine this beautiful pastime? Kunti was conscious of the exalted position of Krishna, whereas Yashoda was not. Therefore, Yashoda's position is more exalted than that of Kunti's. Mother Yashoda got the Lord as her child, and the Lord made her forget altogether that her child was Lord Himself. So this is a very beautiful pastime, and you have to relish it, understand it, how to serve Lord. If Mother Yashoda had been conscious of the exalted position of the Lord, she would certainly have hesitated to punish the Lord. But she was made to forget this situation because the Lord wanted to make a complete gesture of childishness before the affectionate Yashoda. The childishness. Childish, if an elder behaves a childish way, it is not good at all. All will spank him. They will, give him some criticism and all that. But the Lord, He is always 14-year-old. And then how come he becomes a child? That is to understand this is a problem that many devotees face. As soon as they think that Lord is a child, they imagine, because the pictures are shown, and this is an offense. He is child in the sense he has just this, the devotee has just got his mercy, and he is trying to maintain his devotion to the Lord. So that is the child form, nascent. In a very nascent stage the devotion is. And in such a things, if you think of the Lord as a material world child and relate it like that, you will never ever get a human birth again for long period of time. This is the fact, because there will be so many offenses. You will think of him in a different way. That thought of the Lord as a supreme person will not stay. Supreme is, again I repeat, it is transcendental, completely spiritual, absolute. And it is unlike the material world where there is the human body is full of dirt all the time. If one does not bathe for only one day, you should know how he will feel. He'll feel very tired because of the all his body himself. Their nose, there is a mucus in the nose, the ears, there is wax coming out of the ear. It will all stink if he doesn't bath even for one day. So, this child is transcendental. You must understand that if you make such offenses and still keep repeating Krishna, Krishna, you will not get any benefit. And this must be maintained. So, some demons come and they enjoy the mundane lust in such situations, and they are able to do because there is no Lord there. Otherwise, why would they be successful? But in spite of repeating it again and again, they are able to evade this situation and completely ruin it for their lust. And they will get their own results, but it is very dangerous for the devotee who is practicing and battling between these two worlds, transcendental and material. But nonetheless, one must keep trying, and he will see the difference soon in his situation. And it is very necessary, if you cannot learn out of your mistakes, then you should know how to learn from the mistakes and not become a part of it. So, Yashoda's position um, is more exalted than the Kunti's position. Kunti was conscious of exalted position of Krishna, and Yashoda was not. So why is she not aware of his exalted position? Because she is worshipping the Lord in affection, not asking him from not asking him any protection from some opposite enemy kings or opposite, power that protect me from this power, that power. She is not asking the Lord all this. She is completely affectionate to the Lord in her devotion. And she thinks of the Lord as her own child. So that is the difference between Kunti and Yashoda. So the she would certainly have hesitated. Now, if Yashoda was conscious of the exalted position, she would have hesitated to punish the Lord. Isn't it? She was made to forget this situation because the Lord was wanted to make a complete gesture of childishness before the affectionate Yashoda. Now, this pastime is how much ever you read, you will always want to read it again and again because this is the difference between Kunti and Mother Yashoda. Thank you very much.